This podcast is a part of the PodMania Podcasting Network. Check out podmania.co.uk to check out more of our great podcasts, features, reviews, match ratings and previews spanning the crazy and diverse world of professional wrestling.
Hello, my name is Simon Miller from What Culture Wrestling, and you are listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast, and you better keep listening to it. Why? Here's why.
You're listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast, a sample of the best pro wrestling podcasts we can produce on our tiny budget. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, CastBox, and all other podcast platforms. If it's wrestling you want, check out more of our great content at podmania.co.uk. Let's do this.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the PodMania Podcast. What the fuck do I say? Shit, I can't remember what I say for the intro.
Keep it in. Just keep going. We're doing it live.
Oh my god. Fucking hell. It's been a long week. Jesus Christ. Right.
You want me to introduce it and scare the shit out of viewers?
Hello, everyone. So it's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long half term. But yeah, it has been a long year. This is the PodMania Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Goodwin. And oh my god. And I've been joined, as ever, by Chris and Garth. For fuck's sake, Garth, take over. How have you been?
Good. Refreshed. I've got my beers.
When has Garth ever refreshed one on this podcast?
I know. Do you know what? I was driving home tonight and I caught sight of myself in the mirror and I was just like, fucking hell, I look awful. Like, I'm 30, but I feel 80. It's ridiculous. It's just been one of those weeks. Like, today we've been announced that Stoke are going into Tier 2, which, according to the government guidelines, is absolutely no different. You sort of can't have people over, that's it. But you can have some people over, just not all the people. You can meet your parents, just not at home. I can work with people I'm not allowed to see, but I can't see my parents, is pretty much the summation of a Tier 2 lockdown. Garth, you've been in Tier 2 since, what, February?
Forever. Yeah. Yeah, it's just as it was, but people just still take the piss.
Yeah. And Chris, you've been in Tier 2, up there north of the wall. You've been in Tier 2 since about 1983, haven't you?
Yeah, fuck off. We are bringing in tier systems. I'm fine, by the way. Thanks for asking.
I speak to you all the fucking time. It's Garth I barely speak to.
Yeah, good point. We do host another podcast. Although I told Garth, so basically, because I'm jobless and there's no jobs, I've been taking on big projects just to keep myself occupied. So like my movie watching one, which made Rob shout at me on Sunday. And my album one with the book. I'm starting a wrestling one. All the biggest matches from 1997. January has 44 matches alone. And both these guys judged me.
I mean, why 1997?
The year I was born.
Oh, makes sense. I mean, I fucking hate you, but, that's makes sense.
You can't hate me every time. Like, you asked me why 1997. I answered. It wasn't even an old joke. You were just like, oh, 1997. Fuck. That's just mean.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. So, we've changed the format slightly. We're still doing watch-alongs because we love doing them and they're good fun. But we've changed the format slightly. Basically, because of when we record these and how we record them, we simply can't do 3-hour plus pay-per-views for watch-alongs anymore, and we're sort of beginning to run dry of 3-hour pay-per-views, and as Garth mentioned before Game on Air, we're going to end up doing 7-hour manias soon.
And who wants to hear that heroes talk for any longer than necessary anyway?
Exactly. I mean, I don't want to hear us talk for longer than necessary, never mind you guys. So thank you for those people who are tuning in weekly, by the way.
But still, please check out the Stardom cast over on the
where you can hear us talk even fucking more. So what we're doing is we're changing it from a pay-per-view a week And we're going to choose 3 matches a week. Now, for those who've been listening for a long time, we used to do a segment called The Wrestling Classic, where I'd pick a match, Garth picked a match, and Chris picked a match, and we'd review them, watch them over the week, and then review them for the podcast. What we're doing now is we are going to watch along with them. So basically, we've all picked 3 matches. This was originally supposed to be Survivor Series 1992, so we have picked a match off this show. Not the match that you think it's going to be, and certainly not the match I thought Garth would fucking pick. But we are watching a match from this. So these are the matches that we're going to watch, and you can check them out in the description of the podcast to click along to whenever you're ready so that you can watch them along too. Pause the podcast, click on the links in the description. So we are going to start with Garth's pick. Garth, what have you picked?
Well, I've gone for a match that has 2 of my favourites in it. And it's not Shawn Michaels and it's not Bret Hart. It is Ric Flair, my boy Razor Ramon, versus Macho Man and my other boy, Mr. Perfect.
I'll be honest, I'm quite excited for this match.
I can't remember anything from this match other than the fact that it was supposed to be the Mega Powers or whatever they were called, or the Ultimate Maniacs, but Warrior quit like 2 weeks before.
Oh, Warrior.
Oh, that's not like Ultimate Warrior. He's never done that before, and he'll never do it again.
He's usually so consistent.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to it because I really can't remember what happens in this match.
Nice. I myself will be going second today. I have chosen the Wyatt family versus The Shield from Elimination Chamber 2014. Very, very simply, this is one of my favourite matches from the WWE, including 2 of my favourite factions in the Wyatts and the Shield. It's an absolute barn burner. And yeah, it's been a while since I've watched it, so I'm looking forward to watching that again. And Chris, you're last today, but don't worry, you will be going first next week. What match have you chosen, and why?
Because it's Hell in a Cell on Sunday, and I had to think of something with brand synergy very quickly. I went with Undertaker versus Batista in Hell in a Cell. One of my favourite Hell in a Cell matches from when I was just a young boy. And yeah, that's basically it. It's one of my favourite matches from a young boy. Unlike you two, I vividly remember this match because I was so invested. It was like a feud of 2007 for me. So.
Yeah, you're a big 2007 mark, especially
because it's when I started watching.
Especially for the trilogy of Batista, Undertaker, and Edge. Any sort of combination of those 3.
Yeah, well, to be fair, what a perfect threesome. Could you ask for a better threesome?
No. I mean, now that you bring it up, no, I can't. Being crushed to death by Batista and Undertaker while being lovingly stroked by Edge. No, I can't, I'll be honest, though I am mildly aroused.
Edge, to be honest, I think out of the 3 of them, Edge is the least likely to be gentle. It is in his name.
It is, but have you seen his spear? I don't think anyone has ever been lovingly caressed to the floor like people who Edge is spearing.
Yeah, that's very true.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to load up your WWE Network, all 3 of the matches this week are on the network. Go to Survivor Series 1992, and if you want to go to the Jump To function, which is very, very handy, skip through the adverts, which the network have annoyingly put on there, and skip to 43:37. That's where this match begins. So, boys, if you are ready, what we'll do is, in 3, 2, 1, play. Give up.
How?
Do you know what? I fucking love that set.
Yeah.
It's so 90s.
It's so retro.
It sort of looks like Bullseye.
Yeah, it does.
Don't hate. Please don't hate me. But what's Bullseye?
Oh my god.
You know how darts is
special prize.
Here's what you could have won. Basically,
It was not.
in a nutshell, you know how interesting darts is to watch, he says sarcastically. You watched some amateurs throw darts at a dartboard, and then you got prizes that you could have won peddled in front of you in some manner of weird, like, this is what you could have won, but this shit is what you're going home with. Like, it's always a boat. Always a fucking boat. I'm sure the show was from Yorkshire as well, so where the fuck they'd have this speedboat, I don't know, but I don't know what else there was. There was always some kind of stupid prize. Here's an Arctic lorry.
That sounds awful, but yeah.
I'll be honest, not all of the 90s game shows really stuck.
Well, that was originally 80s. I'm watching that as like a little kid.
Oh, there was like, what's it as well? Was the Big Break as well?
Yeah.
Where you just watch people play snooker?
I don't know any of this.
I know, you missed out, I'm not going to lie. You'll know catchphrase because catchphrases come back.
Oh, I know catchphrase. My mum loves catchphrase.
Listen to the fucking pop for Savage.
Well, yeah, because they never let him wrestle because apparently he was too old.
Just listen to that pop and then think he was on commentary in like 3 months' time. So Raw was January, wasn't it, of 1993? So in less than 4 months, he was on commentary.
But also, he'd been retired at Mania 7 early in the year, hadn't he?
And then they realised that there was sort of a gaping Macho Man-sized hole.
Wait, no, because this would be after Mania 8, wouldn't it?
This is Mania 8, yeah.
Yeah, so... Well, this isn't Mania 8, but this isn't...
With that stellar main event of Hogan versus Sid Vicious.
Don't. Psycho Sid is on one of the watch lists for my 97 project, because I said I'd watch every WWF title match, which involves Shawn Michaels versus Psycho Sid.
Unlucky.
Oh, here he is, Garth. Yeah, boy!
Oh my god, that is such a lovely singlet.
It is. I was expecting the yellow. Where's the yellow?
Yeah.
Listen, Bobby the Brain Man, you're going to get it good.
Where is the wet weasel?
To be fair, Mr. Perfect, very moisturised right there, isn't he?
He's quite a moist boy. He's a moist boy.
He's quite shiny. Like, he looks like you could like put him on his belly and push him to the ring.
I'm right in thinking, aren't I, that Mr. Perfect was retired at this point, and they had to drag him out of retirement to...
Yeah, because he'd been doing commentary and managing...
Flair.
He'd been managing Flair, yeah.
Yeah, because of 1992 SummerSlam, the entire thing was whose corner is Mr. Perfect going to be in, and it was a fucking great angle, by the way. Such a simple angle, but it was great. They did it really, really well. Which is something you don't often say about the WWF nowadays.
They packed so much into, because there's not like no entranceway, so there's a lot more. It looks like there's a lot more people, but in reality, there's probably not a lot. Because this is new gen.
92? No. New gen's 93. So you're looking at just about to start new gen now. I reckon this is the tail end of the golden era. Hogan's still in the company.
Is Hogan still in at this point? Oh, no, yeah, because he's just away to film something when he's back at Mania 9.
Yeah, and he's champion. Oh, no, he isn't. Of course he isn't. I was just going to say he's champion at the moment now.
No, it's old Bret Hart.
Old Bret. No, doesn't Bret win it in this? No, he doesn't. No,
because Shawn's the IC champion at this point. Okay, so this had a buy rate on pay-per-view of 1.4 million people. And there are 18,000 people roughly packed into, where are they? The Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio.
It always sounds louder than when there's bigger crowds nowadays.
Yeah. It's because there was a product you could get invested in, for the most part.
I think it was it wasn't oversaturated like it is now. Like there wasn't as much, so people didn't have as much choice. Razor was built son of a bitch back in the day, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah, he's quite a big lad, isn't he?
But he's actually lost. I think he's lost a bit of muscle mass from when he was like. Did you see when he was the Diamond Stud in WCW?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking enormous.
Because he left WCW and entered WWF as soon as there was steroid issues. So.
Beautiful man.
Oh Christ! Look at that hair.
That was a terrible woo, though. His voice broke halfway through it. Woohoo!
I think I have hair envy for literally everyone in this match. Okay, not Savage.
I
Not
was just going to
Savage.
say, the monk hairstyle Savage has got going on.
Not Savage.
The
but
cul-de-sac.
That's like me. That was like me in my early 20s.
Savage there, though, looking like a can of Orangina.
For ages and ages and ages, because I when I first started watching wrestling, I only knew Razor Ramon off the WWF games. I thought the stuff on the back of his tights was cheese.
So did I. It still does look like cheese.
It still does look like cheese.
I remember when I first.
yellow razors.
Yeah, well, I didn't realise that for years. I just didn't want to say anything to anyone and go, why has he got cheese on the back of his trunks? They're on his knee pads as well.
My first experience of Razor Ramon, believe it or not, was fake Razor.
Richard Bogner.
Yeah, because I had the 97 Rumble on VHS as a kid.
Oh, God. Fake Razor and fake Diesel.
Diesel, yeah.
Whatever
Fake
happened to
Razor.
him?
What? I hear he's mayor
like
somewhere.
best mates with like what you call him, Jericho and Lance Storm.
Who, Richard Bogner?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I trained with him. He went all through like all the old wrestling territories and stuff with them.
Oh, did not know that.
Well, that's where we got most of our lookalikes, was from random territories like Smoky Mountain and shit.
It's just so funny how Vince is so like determined to try and get that over.
God, yeah.
You know, something I've come to a conclusion with Ric Flair is that he's so good because he's literally the most pro wrestling thing ever. Like, he doesn't have influence from any like legit fighting. He's just pure pro wrestling.
Doesn't just do anything. Like, if you think about it, he doesn't really do much. Like,
yeah. No, that's because when you think about it, it's like
do it for him.
Yeah, but it's like no one like that nowadays.
His entire offense is chops. He's just great at selling and fighting from underneath.
That's the thing. He's always the one taking the bump.
Always. It's because he's so... His bump, where he stumbles and then lands face first, is still the best sell.
It's so funny.
Oh.
Oh, with a Daniel Bryan clothesline. Oh. What was some weak-ass looking clothesline, though? I just noticed that Flair and Razor have matching attires.
I did think that. Some team synergy.
It's adorable. Honestly, to be fair though, I think Perfect and Savage would have matching attires if Perfect had more than 2 days to prepare.
Yeah. True. Just got a black leotard and a chalk pen.
I used to love the Razor Ramon vignettes before you joined. So good.
Apparently Vince had never even heard of Scarface.
Jesus.
Because it is just a blatant rip-off, and let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just Tony Montana, but with a mullet.
And a toothpick. Such a good gimmick, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When he throws a toothpick and gives him the chains.
Is Scott Hall in both incarnations? Do you think he is... He's got to be top 3 people to never win the WWF title. Like him, DiBiase.
Perfect.
Perfect, yeah, absolutely. Do you think there's anyone else?
Mr. Kennedy? No, I can't even pretend with that one.
Mr. Kennedy!
Matt Hardy?
Nick never won it.
Kennedy! Yeah, Matt Hardy never won it.
Did Savage win it? Not
Yes.
not Savage. Piper.
No.
Piper's got to be up there then in that case.
Dusty?
I don't know, did Dusty work enough in the WWF? I mean, you look at his gimmick.
I guess. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's like Terry Taylor. I mean, Terry Taylor didn't have any charisma whatsoever, and once they dressed him as a fucking cockerel, he was never going to, but...
China? No.
China. Jarrett?
To be fair, though, people do try and make cases for Jarrett.
Is it Jack and Jerry Jarrett?
He was
Yeah,
alright.
but then you point to TNA and WCW, and they're like, "Oh, that's not a fair comparison." It's like, well, they're still title runs.
I love how that makes the move so much more intense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit of holding. Hold my
See, that's why
hand.
That's why the UFC has a cage.
To stop
People
people
can't
holding
reach through.
hands.
Yeah, that's the only reason it's a cage. Because everyone has a manager in the UFC. So.
Can you imagine coming out with Slick or Bobby Heenan
Dude,
in the
there's a
UFC?
There's a fighting league in, I think, Poland. That's 5-on-5. It's literally Survivor Series, but MMA. But it's disgusting because, of course, one guy gets knocked out. He's eliminated, so then you have 2-on-1, and it's just people getting mugged at that point.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah.
Like, you don't get miraculous comebacks in real life.
Yeah, you don't fight as an underdog. You're beaten and broken.
Like, the only time an underdog ever seems to actually get lucky in legit sports is when the guy's injured. I'm not sure how I feel about purple and yellow as a colour scheme.
I like it.
I don't know. It's a bit
classic movies.
It's a bit Teletubby for me.
What, that classic gold and yellow Teletubby?
I meant tweenies.
Oh, fuck's sake, Chris. Jesus.
I know someone who had never heard of tweenies. I'm like, how have you never heard of the tweenies?
I've heard of it, but I dare say I've never seen it.
I thought that thing on the back of Savage's attire was the TripAdvisor logo, and now I can't unsee it. Watch and wait until he turns over. Can you see, like, the eyes? There you go, look, it's the TripAdvisor logo on his shoulder. I must admit, I am enjoying this match. It is proper old school.
Match. It's... and I swear to God, if it was a fuck finish, I am going to murder someone. Because that's what happened when we did, what was it? We did the SummerSlam we did last year, where it was getting good, and then just suddenly a fuck finish, and it was awful.
97?
So, yeah.
Is someone making their way down? Oh, Perfect's off. Fuck this shit.
No.
Where are you going, Perfect? The match is this way. Nah, fuck this shit. I'm going.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
You can tell he's not finished yet because his arms aren't down from his singlet.
It's like we're waiting for the crowd, like, what do I do?
What do I do? Oh my God, Savage is bleeding hard way.
It was just a distraction so we could blade.
Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back, guys. Don't you worry. Was there ever any doubt?
It's like, oh man, Savage stole my razor blade.
Stole my cheese slice.
I really hate people who wear purple. Oh, that's why I hate it. Purple and yellow are like UKIP colours. That's why I hate it.
I mean, in 1992, I don't think we had that issue.
Yeah, but like I wasn't alive in 1992. I had no issues.
I mean, UKIP, not racism. Racism was still a
the issue
thing.
you had because you wouldn't.
Yeah, racism was definitely still a thing. Oh,
Look
I
at
like
Flair flexing.
It's like it's so weird that he's not a WWE guy because he seems tailor-made for him.
It baffles me. It baffles me that Flair was ever considered a babyface. How can he ever be anything more than a dick? He plays it so well.
But when he was an old man, it's sort of like, oh, yeah. You kind of just want to give him a warm cup of hot chocolate.
Look how angry
Razor
is.
Flair was.
Like, Perfect just keeps like throwing like wild punches and missing.
Just wild haymakers.
Yeah, but he'd be losing points if this was a legitimate fight. So, out of these four people, who would you most not want to run into in a back alley?
Razor.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, just because of the size
Probably
of him
Macho Man.
and the fact that he's actually legitimately killed.
Probably Macho Man because he's fucking mental.
That is true.
Well, yeah. But I was about to say, if it's just seeing them, it's Razor. But if it's hearing them, because I was watching, I was watching Spider-Man earlier because my Blu-ray came, and just when he comes on, I was like, I completely forgot he was in the movie somehow. And when he just comes on,
Nowhere.
Bone Storm is ready. It's the best part of the film.
Honestly, like when I watched that, I went to see that at the cinema with the missus, and I popped fucking huge because obviously I didn't know he was in it, and I saw it and I was like, it's Randy Savage.
Well, you actually like that in the cinema. Like,
Yeah.
Holy shit. You do get that sometimes. Like when I went to see Endgame and Captain America pick up Mjolnir, someone behind me just shouted, "Yes!"
Oh yeah, we had that. We had people going, "Holy shit!"
When I went to see Last Jedi, it was like a packed filming screening because it's Star Wars, and then went on day one. It was you know the bit where Laura Dunham's character goes through the Imperial fleet at lightspeed.
Yeah.
When that happened, it's like meant to be in silent because this is a very solemn moment. But some kid, as soon as it went silent, just went kaboom.
Oh, someone just says both fucking time.
No.
Yeah, I preferred him that than I did in Jurassic Park.
Don't rise to it, Garth. He's doing it to bait you. Don't do
To be
it.
fair, she's shiting both, so it doesn't really matter.
I do like how my legitimate opinions are apparently bait. My actual opinions.
Because I just never know. here
Be
we go.
fair,
Oh, hello. Right in the
right,
in the gooch.
He's got so much of Flair's coin purse right
Oh
there.
yeah. Come here, Flair.
Got it.
And he means come. Flair did not want to take that bump. What I like about Flair, like he's also somehow formulaic but still awesome. Like because he does the same shit.
Who, Flair?
Like, yeah, because he never goes up. I think he's went off the top rope maybe 3 times in his whole career.
In fairness, Flair does it with some manner of like charisma, and there's like feeling behind it and emotion, which is something missing from quite a lot of wrestlers nowadays.
Okada.
Headhunter.
Oh.
Scott Hall
No, that-
selling. What is he doing? Why did he do
He looks like a salmon.
that?
What the fuck was that?
Oh.
To be fair, Scott Hall still has the best thingy cell.
Stunner cell.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes,
Whoa,
absolutely.
it goes up. It's basically the rock cell, but Austin didn't like it when Hall did it.
The rock cell. That was a very gentle love tap with the chair.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly. He's gonna get double teamed.
Or he elbow dropped
His own chair.
No, the one where he elbow dropped Mick Foley's book.
Aye. Rob mentioned one when he was going up against Austin in 2004, but I can't recall.
Oh, he said you're just a virgin of the business, and do you have any idea how many virgins I've made bleed? It was back in 2004, I think, and was it 2004? It was Taboo Tuesday, I think, or Cyber Sunday. It was just like, fucking hell. Perfect Plex! Oh, the ref. Oh, no.
It's the one where he has the promo feud with Jay Lethal.
Jay
as well.
Lethal. Oh, my God.
Jay Lethal's doing the impression.
Because Lethal does a better Flair than Flair.
Yeah. And he just starts like elbow dropping his jacket and stuff.
Fucking mental. How
very
many
much wish-
fucking refs have we got in this match
What?
now?
2. Oh, come on, like. I've completely lost track of
Who is the legal man?
Who's the legal
Where's
man?
Savage? Is he still?
who's the third man.
Oh,
What side
Hebner's
is he
down.
on?
And yes, we get a fuck finish.
Fuck's sake.
Oh,
Because you know what gets everyone over? Not putting anyone over. Now that we're here, this match was given 3.25 stars from the Wrestling Observer.
You know what? It's not like an amazing match, but it was fun.
Yeah,
I'd give it like a high 6, low 7.
Yeah.
same. Yeah, same.
Actually, I think it would be a 7 if it wasn't for the finish.
If we had a finish. But, hang on. Hall's with a chair. Wait. Randy Savage with the save and the disappearing act.
I'm sure you're supposed to get that chair, wasn't he?
Oh.
What the fuck is getting mental out there?
What is going on?
Oh, fucking hell. I bet Savage. I bet you any money Flair blades in a minute.
For reference, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels got 4.5 later in the night.
Yeah, we'll watch that another time.
Got a lot of matches, a lot of time, guys.
I know what Shawn versus Bret match I'd want to pick.
Not the fucking hour-long Iron Man match.
Oh, Christ. No, that's not actually there's nothing in the middle of that match. It's awful.
So, overall, shall we, let's pause it there then, lads. At 1 hour and 5 minutes. So, overall, I really, really enjoyed that match. Probably a little bit more than I should have done. Partly because of Scott Hall's completely carny selling. But also just because, like, there was the storyline, will perfect turn, won't he turn? And, just seeing 4 absolute superstars in the ring. It certainly wasn't a barn burner, but it was, it was good. Garth, what did you think?
Yeah, same. It was just a fun match. It was like an exhibition. Just 4 guys, having a good match.
Chris, what did you think?
It was a fun wee house show match. There was nothing overly wrong with it apart from the finish.
Yeah, the fuck finish, which we knew was coming.
Yeah, I just saw it. It's like, oh, that's definitely going to happen. Right, so I'm sorry, but I just clicked on Survivor Series 2013 to get the thing up. Apparently, Darren Young with Titus O'Neil was on this card.
Wow.
Outstanding. Fucking hell. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we'll do is, if you want to find Elimination Chamber 2014 on your WWE network, or, of course, you can just click the link in the description of the podcast, then we can get on with our second match.
Oh, Christ. AJ Lee versus Cameron with the women's match. 2014 was awful.
Right, okay, so let's
Why
find
does
it.
that work assume I'm deaf?
Here we go. Shield versus Wyatt family. It is at 55 minutes and 52 seconds of the pay-per-view. Yes, AJ Lee versus Cameron is on this show. PodMania Hall of Famer AJ Lee, by the way.
What, is she in there? I didn't know.
You put her in.
Did I? I don't remember.
She was your pick for the woman Joshi.
That was before you were a Joshi boy.
I was a different man back then. I hadn't seen Alien yet.
Hadn't slagged off, what's it, Jurassic Park.
I don't like... What's wrong with me not liking Jurassic Park? I'm definitely not... I'm too old to have enjoyed it, having seen it for the first time.
So, boys, are we ready to go with the... It's not an Elimination Chamber match, sorry. The 6-man tag between the Wyatts and the Shield. 55 minutes, 52 seconds. Are we ready, guys?
Yes.
Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, play. Didn't.
Shield.
Is that what that spells?
Yeah.
I'm joking,
Sierra
Chris.
Hotel
I'm
Echo.
joking,
Fuck off.
Chris.
Fuck you.
You never knew.
Do you think the Shield... I honestly think the Shield, like, because this run up until Rollins' turn was fucking great, but then it got ruined with every attempted...
Yeah, it got progressively worse, didn't it?
But, like...
The Rollins turn was good.
The Rollins turn was great, and it was well-timed because they disbanded it before it could get oversaturated.
And then it got oversaturated.
When they were, like, on their run and doing all this, it was really, like, genuinely, like, fun.
Yeah, no, I remember, because this is like the peak of my WWE fandom before I didn't branch out until like a year after this.
Look at that Roman pout. Honestly. Oh, the pout.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I've always liked Roman Reigns. Like,
I've never not liked him, to be fair.
I've never understood the hate.
I think that it's because he wasn't Daniel Bryan at the wrong time to not be Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, exactly. I find it weird that of these 3, Ambrose was the mouthpiece.
But he's easily the best promo out of the three. Oh, I'm sorry, do you want Seth to be the mouthpiece?
No, you just automatically assume as... You just see him as like the what's-he, don't you? You just see him as like the leader of the Shield, even though, you know... Here we go. The real fucking champions are here.
I take it you...
Run.
Run.
Where? Oh, they were so fucking good.
Ah, that looks like Mr. Brody Lee.
Oh, just this incarnation of the Wyatts was so fucking good. And they just spaffed it up the wall.
How long have they been, like, main event at this point? Like, main roster?
Yeah.
SummerSlam they came in.
SummerSlam 2013 they came in against Kane.
Against Kane.
In an
That was a
Inferno
great
match.
SummerSlam, by the way.
Yeah, that match was shit, though.
Well, the opener was awful. The rest of it was really good. Especially Punk versus Lesnar, one of my favourite matches of all time.
Well, on this segment, Chris, you can now choose that and we can watch it together.
I know, and I will pick it at one point. But I want to pick when I pick a CM Punk match because me and Garth will probably be arguing throughout the whole thing.
That's my favourite type of podcast.
Speaking of CM Punk, I started watching a movie the other night with him in it,
Is it the horror one? There's something on the first floor?
and it was utter garbage. Like,
No, he's not. He's not a good actor. He's
I think
definitely.
I got
not a
about
good actor.
half an hour in, that turned off. It was absolutely shite. So yeah, I think it was made by his mate. That's how he got the job.
Can he not act?
He can't fight
You know
either.
what it is? It's not so much as acting as like more like the film's just shit, and then his character's like a total douche. And
Fits
he's all clean shaven and everything. He just looks weird.
So, who do you prefer, Wyatt family or Shield?
Just listen to that crowd. Already chance of this is awesome.
At this
Yeah,
point,
because when's the last time you had the possibility of two warring factions in WWE? It would be fucking gang warfare back in '97.
before this,
Yeah.
DX and the Heart Foundation,
DX,
maybe? They were never really like this, though.
Yeah, so in WWE, this is almost like the first new thing that they could possibly do.
Nexus.
That's not really like factions, though. That's one faction. These are two dominant heel factions.
John Cena, the faction killer.
But they
You know,
spaffed all three of the Wyatt family up the wall.
They spaffed off three of the Shield at some point. Like everyone in this room has been spaffed at some point.
I mean, Ambrose especially. You can't really say Reigns or Seth have. Multiple-time
Okay.
world champions.
Yeah, with Seth's case, I really think all the bad shit is on. He's had is on him.
Protected.
I don't like nowadays. I don't like Seth. Right now, he's fake to his fucking core.
All Seth's done is injured people. That's the worst he's done.
All right, Brett,
people on
calm
the
down.
He hasn't actually, but he hasn't injured anyone. Like as soon as he started injuring people, seriously.
You retired Sting?
No,
He did
that's what I'm
retire
saying.
Sting.
That's what I'm saying. When he started doing
Injured
being
Finn.
yeah, but when
I mean, to be fair, Finn did go on record and say he took it wrong.
yeah, but with Seth, as soon as he started doing, because he did this Cena thing very closely, he started wrestling a lot safer. Like
You
as soon,
break Cena's nose as well.
yeah, no,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. But as soon as that started happening, he was like, right, I'm gonna try and get
Start
better.
wrestling
And yeah, he started working properly.
I have a
Which
question.
is more than
Oh,
we
go
can,
on. Sorry, Chris.
which is more we can say for some people. Nia Jax.
Fucking hell.
Has Harper got the best crazy eyes?
Yes.
Oh, for
Just
fuck's
his whole
sake, the
demeanour.
lunatic
His whole
fucking
demeanour's really-
cringe. Yeah, it
Like,
was.
his whole demeanour was really creepy.
They were such
like
a
when-
good trio for that, weren't they?
When he turned face in 2015, not turned heel, when he went solo for a while, his Titantron was literally just his eyes.
When he won the IC title randomly.
Yeah, and had actually a really good run with Ziggler.
Again, Ziggler's another one that I've never had a problem with.
I used to love Ziggler, and then he just wouldn't go away.
Shock the WWE don't know how to book something. So, I think I rated this a 9, just to give you
A
some
9?
indication.
I think it was. I'm trying to think what would be my match of the year in 2014.
Well, it was WrestleMania 30, so I imagine something from
Triple
that.
Triple H versus Bryan, probably, thinking back.
I know that Wyatt got buried at Mania, supposedly, but his match with Cena at 30 was great. Their return match at Payback 2014, the Last Man Standing match, that is a great match.
They had good matches. It's just a case of where the booking hurt it.
Why did Wyatt not win? No, I agree.
Because like we were actually on a roll with
Fucking hell, that's sell.
I think like at the time, if you go back and watch some of the matches, they probably look better now because you're not having to follow a story.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing, because I think Bank and like Bryan was having a great match up until the point where he got injured. Punk was having, well, actually, no, that's 2013 where Punk was having great matches. He's gone now. To be fair, also like half the year was spent with people chanting for CM Punk despite not being in the company.
Right, that went on for a few years, isn't it? Especially from Philly. Chicago.
Yeah. And well, Chicago's a given. But also, like, then it came out how, like, they fired him on his wedding day, which is so fucking petty.
By fucking letter.
By FedEx, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the aggression in this match. How much they clearly fucking hate each other. It's great.
And listen to, like, Cruz as well when Reigns gets thinking. And this is before Reigns is the man.
Yeah, this is before Reigns, like, had to grow a personality because it took him a couple of years.
Whereas he could have just stayed the badass, and I think
Not
it would have worked.
talked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's doing now, basically.
His match with Jey Uso at Clash of Champions, I stand by the fact that that's probably one of WWE matches of the year.
I'm trying to think what beat it. Does NXT count?
Were the matches with us? I didn't see all of the Rumble. I only saw the Rumble matches. I think there was matches at the Rumble that would have beaten it.
Bryan versus The Fiend was really good.
Which
It's
it
probably
pisses
the
me
only
off. Because
Fiend.
I don't mind the Fiend character, and I do like the Bray Wyatt Funhouse character, especially now with Alexa Bliss because it's proper fucking weird. Bray Wyatt did the burying on Monday. I don't know if anyone saw that. You know, Retribution. The Fiend took every single one of them out. Every single one, including Mustafa Ali, who's only been sort of revealed as their leader in the last, 2 weeks?
Is this?
Mustafa Ali's the leader of Retribution.
Oh, yeah.
Wyatt buried them all. It was
Isn't Mia Yim in
ridiculous.
Retribution?
Pardon?
Yeah.
Isn't Mia Yim and Dijakovic?
No, Mia Yim is now no longer part of Retribution, and neither
good.
is Mercedes Martinez.
Okay, so basically the only talented person he's lost out now is Dijakovic.
Oh look, it's John Moxley.
Oh, it's John.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the title match from AEW Double or Nothing.
Yes, it is.
The fact that Rusev left has been taken out on Lana now.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been fucking destroyed.
9 weeks in a row or something put through a table.
Oh, you mean WWE being petty? No, me or my.
There you go. There's that sell. Love that.
Like, because it's also like I think his eyes are can never look all there. Even like as Brody Lee, he doesn't look like he's all there.
It's weird though, because like you hear him talk, like when he did the Jericho podcast, you hear him talking like, Jesus, he's quite eloquent. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, but that's the thing, because I think the only reason we think that is because WWE wouldn't let him talk, despite the fact he was a good promo, which might be the most
revealed quite a lot about the fact that he was quite annoyed not being able to do the things that he was signed for.
But apparently, also, like he got really like he was like, just put me on house shows. I just want to wrestle, and like imagine that just going, you can just make me wrestle, but we were like, nah, you're gonna sit at home because we're not happy with you
for doing nothing wrong.
Yeah, I think he did nothing wrong. Like he hasn't, like he announced his release publicly on Twitter. That's basically it.
But even then, it was like a long form like piece. Where it wasn't like slating anybody, he was
exactly. He was like, I'm very happy for my time spent here, but I think it's best for both of us to be part, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing, because like,
seems like a nice guy.
It's amazing to me because like most people who have like people like Moxley and Brody Lee, they've put forward their grievances, but they haven't been dicks about it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But then like people who don't watch AEW, or like even care about anything outside WWE, just keep calling them bitter.
I hate that shit. Ex-WWE, ex-WWE this. It's like, yeah, well, half of WWE are ex-somebody's, so what the fuck does it matter?
Look in this ring, ex-ROH, ex-CZW, ex-Dragon
Ex-Husky Harris.
Ex-FCW.
FCW original Husky Harris. Huskus the Pig Boy.
Courtesy of Jim Cornette.
Absolutely.
I haven't listened to Cornette's podcast for a while.
I don't think you're missing much. Racism, misogyny.
I've got too many.
Oh, we talking about Jim Cornette? I thought I got involved in the match.
The match is fucking great. I'm so
This is
enjoying
great.
this.
But the thing is, we've barely talked about the match. We mostly just talked about the people in the match. Oh, remember Sergeant Slaughter used to do this? Just from member berries from South Park.
Doink used to do this.
Oh, you remember Doink? Yeah, I remember.
You remember Doink? He was the thing.
Which just fucking creep me out.
Oh, he's biting. He's biting.
All right, Yujiro.
Totally enjoyed Yujiro's G1. I haven't finished the G1 yet, but Jesus Christ. Yujiro.
What?
I hope he'd be watching the match. He has a stake in the company.
Lots of people have, oh for fuck's sake, compared Luke Harper to Bruiser Brody. Wonder where the Brody Lee part came of his character.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Fuck me.
Apparently that's apparently why he wants to go to Japan. He wants to go there and be like the Brody Lee, the Bruiser Brody type. But he wasn't on Japan.
I remember watching the documentary that they did on him.
What, the Dark Side of the Ring?
No, on Harper. It was just like one of the WWE ones, and he explained where his name came from, and I knew it was from Mallrats because he looks like Jason Lee, who is in Mallrats, and he's called Brody.
I still haven't watched Mallrats. I'm going to watch it after I watch Clerks too.
And that's where his name came from, and obviously Bruiser Brody as well.
I would
But
love.
he does look, you know, like my name is Earl.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god!
that's who he
Yeah.
looks like.
Oh my god!
I can never unsee that now.
No! God damn you, Carl!
You never noticed?
No!
Right, he's called Jason Lee, and he was Brody and Mallrats.
I love My Name Is Elvo. I think it's really funny.
Pop trivia. And his best mate in that, the big dude, in My Name Is Earl, is also in Mallrats.
Question.
Weird boy.
Because since it's a stipulation anyway, what's your favourite 6-person tag?
I'll be honest, this is up there.
It's a hard
This
one.
is really good.
Listen to the
don't know.
fucking crowd.
I'd have to seriously think about it. Like, I can't think of one off the top of my head.
You think it's hard for you? We watched New Japan, but that's basically their whole card. Christ, imagine if Spider-Man looked like Seth Rollins. That'd be awful.
Hi, Mary Jane.
Because we were...
Oh, Black Hole
mentioned
Slam.
this I mentioned this when I was talking to you guys about Amazing Spider-Man, where like my biggest problem with Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker is that he's far too attractive.
He's a good-looking cat.
He's
Boring
a
as
really
fuck,
good
but
looking.
And he's English.
Suicide dive.
Oh Christ! I'm getting people. Believe me, getting people to pop for a suicide dive in 2014 is no small feat because they happened every match on Raw. Jesus Christ!
I think it's because like this match is quite intense.
It is. That's
is
the
quite
thing.
intense.
Like the stuff in ring isn't that great, but like the little looks between the Wyatts and the Shield, just that proper intense hatred. It proper adds something to it.
Because they've properly been like crossing paths for months. And so, like, when this finally happened, you were like, finally, it's happening.
Long form booking pays off.
With a direction, though, Garth. That's the key thing. It's all right, long form booking, but if there's no fucking direction.
Yeah, that's a lot of the problem with someone like New Japan, where they do long form booking, but like someone like Naito, he was lost in the woods for a good year and a half before we got his big moment at
Dominion.
Wrestle Kingdom. Just a minute, fuck you.
Go on, Eric Redbeard. We want tables. Why? Why do you want tables?
You know what? Eric Rowan looks like the bass player from Idols.
Yeah, he does a little bit. The hardcore punk band, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right then. I was like, oh shit, does he mean him? I have a question.
Have you listened to it?
How has Luke Harper's vest got a piss stain on the neck?
It's not like gruel.
Like, seriously,
does.
why is up there got piss on it?
Greece.
The country, or
The musical? No, like from eating a pizza or something.
God bless you. Think the Wyatts eat pizza? They eat nothing but raw crocodile.
It's crocodile blood. I like how you automatically see him as piss, more than piss stains.
Maybe it's hair dye off Seth Rollins' hair.
Just flick his hair. If he flick, all Rollins needs to do is flick his hair into Harper, and then Harper would get bleach poisoning. That's totally how that works.
Absolutely.
Because also we have to remember, with some of it's going to happen later, they were teasing that Ambrose was going to be the one he turned on the Shield. Because he kept just fucking...
They teased all of them, didn't they, at some point?
Yeah, because Ambrose just kept fucking off. He's like that one mate you lose on a night out when...
Never go full Ambrose.
But also, like, he's asked you to hold your phone so you can get hold of him. Oh.
This could be it. When has Wyatt ever finished anyone with the Uranagi? Fucking eat that, big boot, Ambrose. Fuck off.
Jesus.
Can you eat that shit?
Harper and Ambrose work really well together. Like, properly really well.
Look at that pout. Smouldering, Roman. Just smouldering. My God. Such a sexy man.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Do you reckon that's why some people really hated Roman? They just didn't want to admit that they fancied him?
Because he was too hot to be Cena's replacement.
Too hunky.
Yeah. Oof. That was actually pretty good. Seth finally did a good thing.
To be fair, you can never moan about Seth's in-ring. Seth is good in-ring.
No, that's the thing. His in between the ropes, he's great. It's just everything around it. It's why he needs a faction.
There it is. Is this the first time Roman's been in the ring?
Big dog. Big dog.
Suffering succotash, Roman.
Oh, big dog.
The big dog. The big dog.
It's like you sound like an air horn app on a phone. Big dog.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. He doesn't do that as much nowadays, and I love that move.
He just does it. He seems to do that move on autopilot there, and there it just seems to have a bit of stank on it.
That's the thing. He has a very simple but very effective moveset, does Roman.
Yeah.
Whereas Seth, where he hits really flashy looking moves, but nothing looks good. Jesus, this is broken down fast.
Whoa. Air Harper!
Nice.
That bald spot is alarming.
It's a Randy Savage level.
Nice.
Oh.
Considering this is a 6-man tag.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine if it ended with a roll-up. Imagine, after all that.
It's WWE, so you can't really count on the... Oh, a dupe spot.
Do you know what, though? It feels organic. It feels like an earned double down.
That went from, 1 to 100 fast, and it didn't feel forced. Because if you remember a second ago, Seth was selling from behind, and then he's hitting a suicide dive, but it somehow doesn't feel off.
Poor Spanish announcer. It was never the French Spanish. I love Ricardo. He's pointing at He's pointing at the other announce table as though to go, mate. There's another announce table. What are you doing,
man? Do you think? You know how, in theory, you'd have to put together a risk assessment.
Yeah.
Do you think, risk of going through the main announce cable and it's green because nothing will happen? Risk of going through the
Go on, Ambrose. There we go. Get yourself over, youth. Go on.
And then we made sweet, beautiful love.
Dubba-dubba-dum.
Get it on. The chef from South Park starts singing.
Let's get it on.
Oh, Christ. These are actually really good punches.
Also, Roman getting cheered over Rowan.
I mean, yeah, you have... It's Rowan.
Well, yeah. Redbeard.
Fucking discount Santa right there.
Technically, these two heel factions
Is Garth under a sink?
at this point.
Say all that again.
Aren't they technically heel factions at this point?
Oh, yeah, they're both technically heel factions, but nobody cared.
They're just so fucking cool. Monitor.
This is before the days of the flat screen monitor as well, or the iPad.
Well, actually, I think Shield were very on and off on whether or not. But no, we weren't at 30 yet. Shield were in the process of turning face because they'd face the New Age Outlaws and Kane at Mania, and then feud with Evolution.
New Age Outlaws, who, by the way, during this show are the fucking tag champions
at this point. Yeah.
Jesus.
I remember being really annoyed because Cody and Goldust were getting over at that point. And
they were on the pre-show, weren't they?
Yeah.
See, Rollins to me is like Ric Flair in the fact that he can never be a face because he's so
detestable. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I think in a very different way though. I think it's because Flair's naturally good at being a heel, and Rollins is just a bit of a...
saying, that's the one similarity that the whole...
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
He's like a snarling, shit heel. Nice.
Oh, oof!
Eat that.
And Wyatt's just there, good. My bidding has been done.
He's got spit in his beard.
Wyatt was so good at this point.
The Wyatt family was so good.
It's his promos as well.
Before they just became rambling and nonsensical.
And you'll see it in the cold air of the night, man.
The colour of the fox, while the fox mates with the cockerel, and the cockerel calls the end to the night, and the bats are in the night because they're black like the night. Or something like that.
And then the alligator man. The alligator ordered a pizza.
And then the alligator was Abigail. And then it ate Abigail. And then the pizza ate Abigail.
And that's why I hate you, Roman.
You're that pizza. I'm gonna eat you.
Harper, Rowan, Wyatt, Shield. Ding, ding.
Husky's hungry.
Wake up! It's feeding time.
Ding, ding.
Remember when Ryback thought he was over and it wasn't just the chant?
You're right.
Yeah.
It was literally like because that's what we tried to do to make sure to not push Brian, but we go in, oh my god, it's just the chant was over, and we tried to give it to the big show and shit. But then like with Ryback, it's like, oh look how over Ryback is.
That was insane how big he was, and they were like, Vince McMahon was just like, nah, fuck it, cut him off.
What's he even do? Wasn't he charging like $6,000 for independent appearances, not and including like travel expenses and shit? And he like wouldn't cut his. It was just ridiculous.
Oh my god, he's romaning up.
Oh, you
Headbutt.
Oof.
Kiss. Kisses.
Oh, Glasgow kiss right there.
See, that's fucking great. Just that little scream in his face.
Oh, he's gonna Superman.
One of the most devastating moves in wrestling that over the top rope throughout.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Superman punch.
See, because this is before he started like overdoing the Superman punch build up and all that shit.
Yeah, it's partly because the Superman punch was just so fucking cool at the time.
Well, it was just a move that he pulled out like literally of nowhere.
Yeah.
Whereas then Vince got a hold of it. He's like, we can market this shit.
I think the Superman punch is a better finisher than the spear, to be honest.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
Fucking love it.
Shoulder charge.
That wasn't even a spear. He just threw himself into him. Oh, Jesus.
Finish.
One.
what a fucking match.
That was great.
Am I justified in giving that 9?
Yeah, that's about where it's landing for me.
I'm happy with that. Good match.
That was a really good
Enjoy
match.
it.
There was so many layers to that.
Intensity
It was like an onion.
made you cry.
Makes me cry thinking about how they botched him. Jesus. Fuck me.
Yeah, like 4 out of 6 men in that ring were completely fucked.
Just out of interest, where the fuck did Ambrose go?
Oh, remember, he and Wyatt went into the crowd, so Wyatt probably beat him up somewhere else, knocked him out, and ran back to the ring.
Hey, there we go.
What? Oh, I'll push myself over.
Spitbeard Wyatt.
Yep.
Do you know what, though? Even this didn't feel contrived. Him romaning up.
This is like the turning point as well, like the crowd getting behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're returning face. They're in that stage where they're returning face, and the face turn can go so badly.
Oh, fuck. It's just great. I love this match, and I'm glad it stood up.
That's the worst, isn't it? When you revisit a match that you love up and down, and then you just, because you've seen a bit more wrestling, you can pick the holes in it. And it happens with everything. Like your favourite movie, you go back to it, and it's not as good. Your favourite book, you can start to see plot holes, and time goes on, and eventually you die.
Why put a shirt on properly, Bray? What? Wearing a shirt on both arms is overrated, isn't it, mate? Right, I think, boys, let's pause it there. So, 1 hour 26. Garth, your thoughts on that match while we find Survivor Series 2007 to get to our final match of the night. What do you think, Garth?
Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was hard hitting. It was intense. It was, just really, really good match. I would find it hard to think of a match from that era where I would think I really want to watch it again. But that's I'm glad we've watched that again because I forgot about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really good. Really enjoyed it.
Chris?
I really enjoyed it. Even the weaker parts of the team in Rowan and Seth were really good in this. Everyone just sort of gelled. It's it's a really good match when you can have such a jarring tone shift and have it not be completely contrived. Like, that's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, how many matches have we been watching and it was like, well, we feel like that comeback sort of came out of nowhere.
No, I get that. Yeah, here, we went from, like you said, from 0 to 100, and it didn't feel like it missed a step, even though it was very, very quick. You've got 4 very, very hard-hitting people in that ring. In Wyatt, in Reigns, in Harper, and to a certain extent, Rowan, certainly. So all of that together with Ambrose's fucking crazy man and Seth's high-flying and nasal laughter, it was all a really, really good culmination into a really, really, really good match. So, with that being said, if you can find your...
Right, before we...
Go on.
While you're finding it on the network, this whole card is really good, and I think you should check it out.
Okay, well, I've got a 15-second advert now for Hell in a Cell, so whilst we're waiting for that, the card then, CM Punk versus John Morrison and The Miz.
John Morrison versus The Miz. That was fun. The Divas match, you can skip.
10-woman tag.
Lance
10-woman... No. Don't you dare try and get out of this, Chris. 10-woman tag. Kelly, Maria Kanellis, Michelle McCool, Mickie James and Tori Wilson versus Beth Phoenix, Jillian Hall, Layla, Melina and Victoria. We've then got...
Victoria's good.
Yeah, there's Victoria, Beth Phoenix and Mickie James. Yeah, that's... Oh, to be fair, Michelle McCool isn't too bad in the ring.
We have Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch versus Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly.
Friend of the show, Trevor Murdoch.
But if he got on, I would die. Then we had Jeff Hardy, Kane, Rey Mysterio, and Triple H. Matt Hardy was meant to be on the team, but he was injured by MVP because they were tag champions at the time, and they weren't very happy about it. Went up against Big Daddy V, Finlay, MVP, Mr. Kennedy, and Umaga. And then there was Carly versus Hornswoggle. Great match.
How on earth did that go 3 minutes? Fuck me.
They stalled for all they were worth. And then there's Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels, which had a really cool thing because Randy Orton had gotten out of their last match with a low blow. So it was Orton would lose the match under disqualification on the condition that Shawn Michaels could not hit a Sweet Chin Music. If he hit Sweet Chin Music in the match, even if he won the match on playback, he would be stripped of the title.
Fair enough.
And it was actually really good because there was a point where Shawn Michaels was going to hit the super kick and he was like, oh no, I can't hit the super kick, and rolls him up. It was really good.
Right. Shall we just... I don't want to talk about... Let's just watch this. Let's watch this.
I've lost my pointer.
Okay, so we should be on 2 hours and 16 minutes 24. I think it works out as if you go to the jump. So, for the final time tonight, guys, for the Survivor Series 2007 main event, Hell in a Cell, Batista versus The Undertaker World Heavyweight Championship in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, the volume's gone. Oh no, it hasn't. I muted it for that advert.
Oh, look at that graphic.
Hell in a Cell.
Christ, remember when Hell in a Cell was like a big deal?
Oh yeah, because it was fucking...
Because this was a culmination of a year-long feud.
Yeah.
Do you remember unique sets?
Oh yeah. People always going about...
Well, I need to split over this actually, because Batista had literally been... when he lost the title at Mania 2 Taker, he had absolute... he take a very quick loss then, but chasing it summer. Against Khali, against Edge, he kept chasing it. And then he finally got it. But his reign is not legitimate till he beats the man who beat him. That's great booking.
Batista's another one who I always really enjoyed. Yeah, he never was a great wrestler or anything, but he always had something. I don't know what it was. There's something about him.
Batista's my ultimate warrior in that respect, where you just saw him and it's like, oh man, look at this savage beast.
Yeah. I like it was like intensity and it was excitement.
But like,
I always enjoyed him.
My 10-year-old self, he was my second favorite wrestler after Rey Mysterio.
And when he came back and did the whole sort of I'm going to quit thing, where he kept wearing the shades, that was such a good promo, like all the time. When he just sat in the middle of the ring with his shades and the spotlight.
He was another one when he came back in 2014, because I did enjoy that run, but he was another one who was a victim of not being Daniel Bryan. But in Batista's case, I think that's kind of fair, but still.
Is this the best song Saliva ever did?
I liked the theme we did for the 2002 Survivor Series.
What else did they do?
Click, click, boom.
Always.
Always is a good song, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
Bon Jovi cover.
No, it's not a Bon Jovi cover. It is certainly not John Bon Jovi.
Hang on, we did Ladies and Gentlemen.
Yes.
I had no clue. Okay, so we have 3 good songs. That's an F.
Yeah, but
still.
to be fair, they've released like 9 albums.
I have no desire to listen to any of their albums.
I'd rather listen to them that did Randy Orton's song.
Mercy Drive. Which one? The current one or the Hey, nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna change what you've done to me.
Goosebumps, 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 goosebumps.
Because of my voice or the Undertaker's theme?
The Undertaker's theme, obviously, you bellend.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's unnecessary. Nobbet.
Like you've never heard it before.
What?
I'm just going to shock you, Chris.
What's amazing?
A guy comes out wearing a big hat.
What's amazing about The Undertaker, I was thinking about this the other day, he's possibly the person who got the furthest in WWE without being able to cut a promo. Because he can't. He legitimately cannot cut a promo.
He did what he had to do, didn't he?
No, he didn't have to, but like... But the reason all the best Undertaker moments ever have been when he's silent.
We've got 3 words for you. Go fuck yourself. Best Undertaker promo ever.
I finally watched the first part of that documentary series.
That's really good.
It's great.
It was really good. But like it's too heavy, I couldn't binge it. I was going to binge it, and then I couldn't.
So you're going to binge the entire of 997 wrestling?
Did you start getting the feels?
I'm not binging it. It's basically just, I'm bored, I'm going to throw on. What is my next match? Hang on, I'll check.
Oh, Chris, I don't care. Watch the last ride. Feel something, boy.
Hey, I have plenty of feelings now that I watch movies. I watched Your Name last week, the other week, and it made me cry.
What?
Your Name. It's an anime.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's wonderfully animated.
It's a fucking cartoon, Chris.
Cartoons. Coco is my 3rd favourite film I've seen this year.
I'm not gonna lie, like I did enjoy Coco.
Coco's great.
Is it better than Jurassic Park, Garth?
Nah.
Tell Chris that.
I think so. I don't like Jurassic Park. I don't disagree with people who like it. I just don't like it.
I love that even though
you are spitting in the face of people.
I love the fact that even though Batista is like this proper badass, he's still got that look of fucking hellfire.
Shit, it's beyond. Oh my
he
god!
Just pulled the door back through.
Oh,
no! I broke the door.
Himself in the back.
But that's like so. Like imagine being 10 years old watching that.
Imagine being 10 years old and seeing Demolition.
I just like I know I can imagine that because if I was watching that with my parents in the room, my dad would go, "Oh, look at those gimps," and me turning and going, "Mommy, what's a gimp?"
Parenting 101, love it. Look at those gimps.
The fuck are you watching this for? What's wrong with you?
Oh, I still get that for watching wrestling today.
This has got to be the best shape Undertaker has ever been in.
Yeah, 2007 to 2010 Undertaker. It's like
when he had the championship for a run.
Yes.
yeah,
He won it at Mania.
Was he on SmackDown?
he won it at Mania this year. Oh, look at this! Look at the big man doing crisscrosses.
Meat hook.
Do you ever think what would happen if, like, I sometimes want to listen to Japanese commentary on WWE shows, not because like I don't like Michael Cole, but because just how excited they get in like normal Japanese shows.
Oh yeah, they get well
I know
excited.
it's not the same people, but I'm just oofed. Which is very hard to do when watching an Okada match nowadays.
Well, get excited.
Say that again?
Get excited.
Yeah, watching an Okada match is impossible nowadays.
Is he dead? You're right.
No. This is such a rickety looking salvo, isn't it?
That's the best thing about
Yeah,
it, though. It's
the
like
danger.
Yeah.
especially when they get on top of it, and like Undertaker's like almost going through with every step.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I like that. I like because now the cell just looks so
Red.
fake.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, the redness adds to it. Where it's sort of like
Does it though?
no, adds to how fake it
I was
looks.
just going to say, it couldn't look more
It doesn't-
carny if it tried the whole...
No, that's
Hell in a
the thing.
Cell's always been
But no, but-
implied danger. And rather than keep that implied danger, WWE have gone whole hog into bashing it over your head by going, look, red danger.
But that's the thing, because with the implied danger, it means in these cell matches you can get away with like they still did loads, but you can get away with doing less. Whereas now you need to have like a big hammer apparently, and it's still shit. I can't remember the last cell match I loved. Probably Usos versus
New Day at Battleground.
New Day.
Was it Battleground?
Sasha
SummerSlam.
No, the cell match they had at Hell in a Cell.
Oh, the Cell match. Sorry.
Yeah, because I'm thinking back, maybe Sasha versus Becky from last year, but I didn't love that more than I was like, this is objectively very good.
Mm. Kick to the
look at
face.
Isn't it a bit of a shame we never got Undertaker? Never got Batista versus Brock Lesnar.
Not in his second run, no, because Batista in his second run he wasn't anything like this, was he? He was all Hollywood douchebag.
But that's
like
basically Brock is basically UFC douchebag. It works.
Tell him that.
No, I won't. I never even want
No,
to talk
you're
to
not.
Brock Lesnar.
Do you know we would star on Brock Lesnar?
Like, hey, you're right.
Will you come on our podcast?
You're alright, mate. To be right, but I remember when I was at that fucking wrestling show last year, and MVP came up to me and said, "You guys," like I was sitting with, like I'm saying, he actually came up to see me and you fellas doing all right? I was like, "That's MVP."
Can't believe you didn't try and get him on the podcast.
No, that's the thing. I said that to him. It's like you should try and get him to do a stinger for our podcast.
Yet you didn't.
Because how many people at shows do you think he has going up to him going, "Can you do a little thing from a podcast?"
Yeah.
Oh, he's busted.
We're like 2 minutes into the match. Is it...
And yet,
Go on.
sorry, go on. No, you go on.
I was just going to say, is it more or less terrifying when you can see Undertaker's ginger hair underneath the hair dye?
Honestly, I hadn't noticed.
You will do now.
But to be honest, with like even when Taker was ginger back in the 90s, people were scared of him. So
Yeah, to be fair, I'm scared of him.
what's the worst Hell in a Cell match?
Do you count
Any of the
Punjabi
new
prison
ones.
matches in that? That's a cage match.
No, but I said Cell, not
Oh,
cage.
okay.
For-
Kane versus Undertaker's
Is it
pretty
Seth?
shit.
I was going to say Seth versus Fiend.
Seth versus Fiend is also horrendous. Oh, fuck me.
Also, what was the
Jesus.
one with Braun in it? Who did Braun
Oh, it was
fight?
Braun versus Roman,
and
and then Brock just came and destroyed him. But fucking hell. Jesus. Look at that. The colour on that.
Jesus. That has to be a blood capsule, doesn't it?
God,
He
yeah,
didn't
absolutely.
actually.
Yes, Chris, he hasn't actually got internal bleeding. For a start, he spat out the blood capsule as it came up.
But my doctor said other bleeding's on my inside. That's where the blood's meant to be. Oh, attacking the throat, though. You don't get throat psychology nowadays.
Throat psychology.
Psychology.
A throat match.
No, that's the thing, because people either go for an arm or a leg because it's the easiest thing to sell, and yet some people can't grasp the fucking concept. That's why I was so amazed at TakeOver when the main body part being targeted was the body, and like they were actually selling the body.
Mm-hmm. Who was that?
O'Reilly and Balor.
I've heard that's a great match.
It's really good. It's my second favourite NXT match all year, probably. First being Riddle versus Thatcher in the cage. You should check it out.
Do you mean the fight pit?
Yeah, the fight pit.
I've seen that.
You've seen it? What did you think?
I enjoyed it. It was good.
It's really good, isn't it? And it wasn't very long. Like, I was surprised how short it was when I looked up how...
Guys, it's old school! Oh, I like that. I love that. I like it a lot.
Lovely.
I love it.
That was good. What I like about this is, like, everything's clean, but nothing looks clean.
Like, it's like a battle.
Yeah, like they're actually fighting.
Like a
'cause
war.
Nothing actually looks... Like they're going through hell in a cell.
In a box.
Blocks in a box. Just, you don't get punches like this now. Sorry, this is like when Garth watches something from the 80s.
90s.
He doesn't spaff all over it, to be fair.
We spent the whole duration of that perfect tag match spaffing all over it.
Great. When wrestling mattered.
See? He's spaffing over it and it's not even on.
When it was still real.
I still remember when Undertaker came back at Unforgiven and how it was a big deal, even despite the fact it was against Mark fucking Henry.
Henry was alright. He was a good hand.
What? Mark Henry? Yeah, no, he was good, but like he's not going to give you the best match of your life, is he? He has a great theme song, though.
Somebody's gonna get their ass kicked.
Yeah, and that somehow didn't get censored when they went to PG.
Someone's going to get their wig split, yeah.
Yeah, again, Mark Henry, apparently like one of the sweetest guys on the whole fucking roster.
Someone's about to get their toe stumped. Oh, Christ, Batista looks like he's struggling. Oh, okay, never mind. He's fine now. He's completely fine, all of us. Right, he's in front of his muggle. I just realised we're going to have to think of some sort of psychology depending on when matches.
What do you mean?
Because you're not going to want to like a big epic Hell in a Cell match is a good way to close a podcast, but it's not necessarily a good way to open a podcast.
Why not?
Maybe, Chris, we want to buck the trend.
What? So we're basically going for the takeover style of booking?
Exactly.
All killer, no. Wait, no. I got that wrong. All killer, no filler. I was about to say no thriller, but I would take away the killer. Legacy awaits for... Do you know what? JBL in 2007 was really good on commentary.
Again, he's another person who was really good at that until he started getting until the backstage stuff started coming out.
Yeah. Oof. And then he started posting about what nudes he was looking for on Twitter.
Send me at.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
That's a blade job.
Oh, fucking hell. Quick, hide behind the apron so I can blade.
Well, he's got a chair.
get that fucking camera out of my face.
Oof. What I like about cinematography right now is that you can't see. There it is. Oh my god. And Batista's a virgin to the business. And do you have any idea how many virgins Undertaker has made bleed? I'm still not over that. Am I the only one who finds it a bit weird when refs aren't in striped shirts?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed it, to be perfectly honest. I assume he's in a blue shirt because of SmackDown.
Yeah. Where's the little SmackDown logo on it?
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, because my friend had a SmackDown referee figure.
Who the
as a
fuck
kid.
buys a SmackDown referee shirt?
Not shirt,
Oh,
figure.
okay. Why? Who buys the referee figure?
I think it was in like one of those 6-packs to get in Tesco.
Fucking look at Batista's face.
Yeah.
Jesus.
To be fair, and like that made that superplex a lot more impactful. I'm just gonna play this match no matter what. I don't. Oh. This is right as Undertaker was starting to do that.
It's called the Hell's Gate, Michael Cole. You fucking idiot.
It wasn't called the Hell's Gate yet. It didn't get that. We stopped calling it a choke because PG.
Even retrospectively, he's still an idiot.
Well, he's never not been an idiot.
True.
He had frosted. He's one of those idiots who had frosted tips in the 90s.
Hey,
What, did you have frosted tips?
no chance.
I bet he fucking did.
Just go for that.
Garth is back. All right.
Dan, da, 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 da,
No, I
da.
had
Oh, hello.
Being down.
What the fuck was
Jeez.
He couldn't do a proper dive, to be fair, so that's probably the best he could do. Because if Undertaker went through the ropes, he'd probably go head first. I don't envy the cameramen in Hell in a Cell.
Oh, not the
that
steel
must be-
stairs. They weigh 4,000 pounds.
400.
Look at how strong the Undertaker is.
Yeah, my God. Look at how full those
Lips are.
Oof.
Seriously, look at the fucking state of Batista. Genuinely, look at him.
Yeah. Jeez,
That's a bad
that's fucking
blade job, that
Dustin-
is.
That's Dustin Rhodes Double or Nothing 2019 bad right there.
Crush him.
Oh. Kill him!
Kill him. Finish him.
Kill that son of a bitch! I can't believe he could throw the steel steps so far. He weighed 400 pounds.
My God,
Undertaker
Michael.
now.
Ugh.
He just jumped on
Got
himself.
all over himself. Michael. Michael.
We fight on Friday night, Maggle.
Michael.
It's fun to watch.
It's the Undertaker, do you know, Michael? Michael.
See, this is pure WWE smoke and mirrors bollocks, but I love it.
Nom 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 nom. Hurricane Rana? Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh. Come on, the Undertaker's
that
like
was
300
lovely.
years old. Leave him alone. Beating up your granddad. Stop it.
1, 2. Closest 2 count you ever seen in your life, if not.
Just want to point out, this is like 7 years before Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Just think about, just the shit his body's been through by that point.
He was full time at this point. He probably wasn't doing house shows, but like he was on SmackDown every week.
They probably needed him to fill out the time. Quick, we've got 20 minutes. Just put an Undertaker entrance on.
He'll throw a choke slam, all will be good.
I'm gonna put you in a tag match with the Undertaker, player. player, holla, holla, player, holla.
And because they cut to commercials doing entrances over time, they've never cut to a commercial doing an Undertaker entrance.
Oh, they probably could.
Yeah, they probably could, and no one would notice.
Oh, that was a good close 2 count. That was very tasty.
Very good close. And I like how he barely put his arm up. Like, so many people think you have to be, like, dramatic.
Emphatic kick out.
Yeah, like, Jay White's right now is a master of it, where he'll just, like, put the shoulder up only the tiniest bit. Did his match, I think, with Ospreay, and it was great.
Back streets, back, all right, dun, 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 dun,
Ding, 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 ding.
dun, dun, dun. Hey,
Oh my God, I'm back again.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ding, ding, ding.
Brothers, sisters, everybody sing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Did God just go, stop it?
Please stop. We're reminding him of the bad times.
I mean, to be fair, I'll play
Look
that
at the
in my
World Heavyweight
band.
Championship on the
I was just
floor.
going to say,
What
aren't you a
did he
90s
say?
cover band? Surely that's your MO.
That's in one of our many medleys.
You can't deny, mate, that it is an absolute fucking banger.
The Backstreet Boys have plenty of bangers.
Let's be honest, Garth. If we ever go on a night out and we get hammered and that comes out, you are full on dancing to that, aren't you?
That's
Oh,
an
Christ,
amazing
you-
riff, right?
Remember
And
when- remember when-
also was, what is it? Larger than life, whatever it's
That
called.
makes you. Oh, take it through a table.
Oh,
Larger
that was a proper like Kevin
than
Nash one right
life.
there.
Was a proper jackknife powerbomb, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the things I most remember about our trip to Blackpool earlier in the year
Ooh.
was in Wetherspoons. When Garth went to the bathroom, and then I think it was Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne came on.
Din,
Yeah, that chicken was
Yeah,
shit.
and me and Rob were like singing it as loud as we could, and Garth just came back like,
Suddenly went again. Fuck
Quit
this. Quit it.
and then he got wine drunk.
Then he did get wine drunk.
It was great. And then I broke out the Buckfast. Neither of you liked it.
Because it tastes like pure fucking donkey semen.
Because I did,
Not that I know what that tastes like, obviously. Oh, no,
Because
not...
I was lamenting. Oh, Jesus! I was lamenting how sad I was that we didn't do Buckfast down in England, and then the guy behind the counter's like, "Well,
Well, if you really want it and get it.
no, I think he just reached below the counter, going, I have it here." So I like to think it was like his own personal Buckfast.
Oh, no!
He's measuring him. He's 6'3" tall. You know, you have to know that Undertaker's well respected when he's been using the tombstone for that long, and he's never once probably heard someone make a 69 joke.
Look at that
Dude, I
face.
can smell your balls.
Jesus.
Oh, not onto the steps, Taker. You're better than that.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. Oh, no.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh. Fucking hell.
Oh, that had some fucking stank on it
Fucking
as well,
count
didn't
him, ref. Oh,
it? 2.
Is that Edge? Don't worry, it's Edge.
the rated R superstar.
He was.
The camera.
Oh, he's the cameraman. I remember this now.
Look at Dick. He's like, huh? What?
He was the cameraman this whole time. Edge, though, another exceptionally good-looking bloke.
All right, Chris. Fucking hell, fire.
I'm just saying, we've had a lot of them on this podcast.
What are you doing, Edge? Where are you going, youth?
Come on, then, what you doing?
Oh, don't wind him up even more.
Concerto. Oh no, Concerto. This is the start of a year-long
Do you know what I
feud.
love? I love when Edge gets angry and he needs to tuck his hair behind his ears.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
To be fair,
me.
though, Jesus.
Jesus.
I play wrestle with Monique sometimes
Hit
because
it
she
with a steel chair.
likes wrestling but doesn't. No, but I do like, if I'm pretending to be like crazy, I'll do like the Edge thing with my hair. And she's like, what the hell are you doing, Chris?
Stop ruining this fake fight, Chris.
I've legitimately been hit with a steel chair before.
Really?
What?
And it's not like a gimmicked or like a thin one like the ones that they use. It's one of those really old ones that like really fucking hurt. Yeah, I got, was it with mates? There was loads of us and we were really pissed. And we started like a fight in the living room and it made its way up the stairs and I ended up on the landing. And then and he took the chair, jabbed us in the ribs with it full fucking force, sent us to the floor, and then smashed us over the back with it.
Jesus.
Yep.
I feel like we have a new way that you almost died every week on the
It's
podcast.
like I passed out as well because I was like so blind drunk, but also the pain.
But mainly the drunk.
Can I point out how great that booking was? Because it means Edge put the world title on someone he knows he can beat.
Oh yeah. And it also pisses off the Undertaker.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it also means Edge doesn't need to go one-on-one with that Undertaker. So.
Player, holla. Holla, player, holla, player, player, holla.
No, that's the thing. I can't say, I cannot say with the Undertaker. I have to say with that Undertaker.
Run away, Edge. For fuck's sake, run away. Oh, no. Okay.
But he doesn't need to run. When did the Undertaker ever
fucking
run?
hell. Jesus, man.
This is before they banned it.
I mean, to be fair, at least that one was protected.
Before he started showing psychotic tendencies.
To be fair though, who's best at throwing chair shots? Probably Hardcore
taking
Holly,
them.
because he legitimately just hates everyone.
Or given them.
Yeah.
The Rock was pretty decent at them.
Yeah, you know
Just
who's
ask Mick
great at
Foley.
taking unprotected headshots? Is Brock Lesnar.
The Rock
'Cause
used to give them where he used to sort of swing it sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that?
And then Jeff Hardy used to walk into it.
Jeff did used to walk
my
into it.
voice. Oh, Christ.
Edge has returned.
This is my childhood.
Right, lads. Let's pause it there.
A nice match. a
It's weird
beautiful-
seeing Edge without a big beard because it's been so
It
long.
has. It has. Chris, obviously you wanted this match, so talk to us. What did you think? What did you love? What did you hate, if anything? And what would you give it out of 10?
Honestly, it slogged slightly in the middle, but that tends to happen with big championship matches. I loved, like, not much happened between the ropes, but I thought the drama was great. I thought the booking was really good. I thought 2007 was a great year because I was 10 and I didn't have to worry about anything. It was great. I loved it.
It's a time before Corona. Garth, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. It was just two big hosses just beating the shit out of each other, literally. And then Edge comes and does what he does best, smashes people with a chair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good, big fun.
About sums it up.
Oh, Christ. He's more than that, Garth, and you think you know him.
Dun 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 dun. I liked it. I thought it was a big horse match. Like you say, just two people beating the shit out of each other. The blood was good, but a bit unnecessary, especially on Batista's part. Love the finish. Sets up a completely new angle, and of course, you've then got the whole triangle of Batista, Edge, Undertaker. Loved it all. I would give it an 8. Chris?
I'm feeling an 8.
Okay, Garth? Agree. Thank you. It's weird that you sounded more Scottish then than Chris, our actual resident Scotsman.
I can't help my voice.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about sums up our podcast today. We're just going to tie it off about there. We hope you enjoy the new format, because that's how we're doing it moving forward, so please like it. We'll be...
I'll tell you the one.
We'll be back next week, same time, same place. In the meantime, subscribe to the podcast, leave us a 5-star review, comment. All helps out the podcast. You can subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Check out the website, www.podmania.co.uk, for our match ratings, some pay-per-view reviews, and archived episodes of all our podcasts. You can find the podcast on Twitter at @PodMania, join the Facebook group PodMania Podcasts, subscribe to the YouTube channel at RealPodMania. You can talk to me on Twitter at @RealRobGoodwin. Garth, where can they find you?
At the Garthberg.
Christopher O'Brien, where can they find you?
At the real Mr. Bean.
Is that a legit Twitter handle?
No, it's actually Artificial Mr. Bean, but I forgot it when I looked away, said it, then looked back and was like, oh shit, I said it wrong.
What a lovely way to end the podcast. We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at PodMania, Facebook at PodMania Podcasts, and YouTube and Instagram at Real PodMania. And check out the website, podmania.co.uk. Until next time, wrestling fans.